Good evening, and welcome to another beautiful evening under the bright Friday night lights of Texas high school football. My name is Trey Grubb, and tonight I'm flying solo and stepping into the golden shoes of Michael Rose, my broadcast partner, the voice of your McNeil Mavericks. Tonight, your Mavericks have traveled to Ed W. Monroe Memorial Stadium to battle with the reigning 2024 6A Division II champions, the Vandegrift Vipers. All three phases showed up in a big way last Friday for the Mavericks at Dragon Stadium, resulting in a huge district win for our Mavericks against those Stony Point Tigers. Their ability to come off a tough loss on the road to Round Rock the week before says a lot about this senior-led group of Mavericks. Last week, we saw 4 quarters of what we know to be McNeil Maverick football, an intense physicality, an unwavering confidence, and a focused commitment to compete on every down, regardless of the score. A standard Coach Hermes has challenged this team to play to every game and practice. Now, 7 days later, they have in front of them another opportunity, and here they come, running out. They have another opportunity to compete, to challenge themselves, and stand together fighting for every inch on that field. It's going to be a battle tonight. Their opponent stands at the top of the mountain in 6A high school football. The Vipers come in tonight with an overall record of 3-1, 2-0 in district. Your Mavericks stand at 3-2, overall and 2-1 in district. It's simple. Tonight, it's the Mavericks' powerful offense, averaging 41 points per game versus the stout Viper defense, allowing only 16 points per game to their opponents. So Maverick Nation, are you ready? It's time to grind. Let's get after it. Yeah, and that's the way we introduce things whenever we're doing it, stepping into those shoes of Michael Rose. He is in Tennessee tonight with some friends doing, he's at a conference to where they, sorry, I'm trying to see here what the Vipers are going to do here. But yeah, he's in Tennessee, so he couldn't be here tonight. And I miss him, but hey, flying solo, I got my crew with me. I got Merle Bertrand, who's sitting just 2 booths away, the voice of the Vipers. Suna Van Kent, our tech superhero. And, of course, the backbone of everything that I do here, Miss Christina Weber Bertrand. I appreciate you being with me, KW, and all the support you're giving me. Giving me a rock on. I appreciate that. So, yeah, tonight's going to be a tough game for the Mavericks, but it really is about their offense versus the defense of the Vipers. The Vipers probably averaging somewhere around in the 30s in terms of points. So if the Mavericks can get to their standard pointage, if they can get into the high 30s, low 40s, they really do have a shot at this. Of course, it is a high mountain to climb. This is the state champion. And I talked to Merle, and, they're not the same team as last year, but they're still a very stout team led by quarterback Miles Teodecki. He's actually going to Kansas State. Their running back, Justin Moore, wideout Brock Chilton, and head coach Drew Sanders leading the way for his team. And, of course, for our guys, you got Scott Hermes, who we have an interview. Michael actually interviewed him before he left to head to Tennessee. So we'll have that at halftime. And his assistants, his coaching staff, they did a really great job last week. They came off a really tough loss the week before to Round Rock. So for them to come out and basically give the best game that they've played all season was quite a testament to the leadership on that team, which Coach talks about a lot. Here come those Vipers. There is nothing like Texas football, high school football on Friday nights. And this is middle school night. Look at those middle schoolers trying to catch up and pass the football players. I can remember when Dylan did that for McNeil as a junior high player. Came out and did that both in basketball and in football. Didn't play football in high school at McNeil, but he did play basketball 4 years as a varsity player. We are a McNeil family. My daughter went there as well. And most of their friends, they went to kindergarten with. So we are a community. We love our McNeil Mavericks. So this is actually gives me kind of goosebumps. This is quite an honor to actually be stepping into Michael's shoes and giving this play-by-play tonight. Going to have a lot of fun with it. And hopefully Michael's listening. And he knows I'm taking his job. That is not true at all. All right, 3 minutes from kickoff. Probably going to have our national anthem here soon. Big crowd. They're the captains for the Vipers. And the captains for McNeil, Drell Gary, Zach Christie, Aiden Taylor, and they turned before I could see him. There it is, number 68, Gail Galarza. And tonight I will be running camera, doing play-by-play, talking to KW, who keeps us sounding nice and pretty, making sure everybody can hear us. So, as Michael likes to say, we're all human. We're going to do our best. We love our Mavericks, so you know I'm going to give it all my 100%. But yeah, I was talking about there's a lot of people here. Vandegrift always brings out the crowd. All right, so looks like McNeil won the toss. They have deferred. So Vandegrift is going to receive. They will be going left to right on your screen. And that, for those of you just listening in, that's Q to P on your keyboard. The Mavericks will be going right to left or P to Q. Appreciate you, K-Dub. K-Dub gave me a call today. Lots of support, lots of cheering me up. I'm very excited about tonight. If any mistakes happen, it's just because I am super pumped to be doing this. I do miss my boy though. Michael, if you're listening, give me a little shout out on the text. Before we came out here, the Vandegrift band went out on the field and did a nice little show for us. I know K-Dub likes the bands, likes to geek out on that, so that was pretty cool. Ready for the football to get going, though. Yeah, your McNeil Mavericks led by Jaden Schultz at quarterback. Drew Gary at wide receiver. He'll also be carrying the ball a little bit. Aiden Taylor star wide receiver. Zach Christie, one of my favorite players, super high IQ. Made some unbelievable catches last week. That is the middle school and high school choir down there. Wow, that was really well done. As a former audio engineer in the music industry, miking up a choir like that's pretty tough. That sounded really, really good. Nice job, Vandegrift. Would also like to give a big shout out to the McNeil Maverick Booster Club. We certainly could not do this without their support. And as I've mentioned before, it's just such an honor for me having both my kids go to McNeil and just loving McNeil. So a lot of fun, and really appreciate the Booster Club giving us this opportunity. And so now we got to lace them up. Just like I said, are you ready? Because this is going to be a grind. McNeil's going to have to shake off any nerves that they have about this. You're not playing the champs. You're playing Vandegrift. So you got to come score 0-0. They're just someone you're competing against. Just like that last week. You got to play every play. Got to play like a 0-0. Just stay in the moment. Our super kicker, Bryce Wilson, out there to kick it off for McNeil. He is quite a weapon, actually. The Brock Chilton, who I aforementioned, he is back there with a couple of other Vipers, trying to hide out who's going to kick. So I would imagine they will probably spread out as soon as Bryce kicks that ball. All right. Here we go. And the ball is away. Heading into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Vipers will start at their 25-yard line. No time off the clock. T.O. Decker, you bring him out there. Two wide receivers to the short side. One running back in the back. Bushler goes in motion. Gets set. Handoff straight up the middle for a solid good run of about 6 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Oh, they're going to give him 7. So 2nd down and 3. A defensive line for the Mavericks is going to have to step up tonight. Another handoff straight up the middle. He's got room to the right side. He gets to the 50. Can't break the final tackle there. Good job by The DB's getting back there and keeping that run, but that's going to be a big run of 21 yards for a first down for the Vipers. On the Mavericks 48. 3 wide receivers bunched to the left, 1 short. Another run up the middle, tries to bounce it out to the right side. The Mavericks are there. Nice job stringing that out. That's the interior lineman there doing a really great job of staying on their block so that they can kind of stretch that out. Brings up a 2nd down and 11 with a yard loss on the play. Teodecki makes the call, slaps those hands, gets the ball. He looks left, short, right, quick. It looks like it actually came out of his hands, so that'll be an incomplete pass. Bring up 3rd down and 11. Last week, the Mavericks really good on getting off the field or getting the offense of Stony Point off the field whenever they had a 3rd down. See what they can do here. Teodecki goes up to the line, makes a call, might be changing the play there. Wide receiver in motion. Takes a 1-step drop. Hits it over the left-hand side for a gain of about 10, bringing up 4th and 2. I would imagine they will go for it. Just a quick out pass. Bringing a whole new set of wide receivers. So a 4th and 2 here. My, look at that little interesting. So they all line up in a single file. And Teodecki goes under center. A handoff up the middle. He's not going to get it. Oh, second effort. Nope, he's not going to get it. That's going to be a 4th down. That's going to be a turnover on downs. How about that, Mavericks? Yeah, they tried to go over the right-hand side of that offensive line. And the Mavericks stuffed it. I said the game was going to be about their offense versus this Vandegrift defense, and now we get the opportunity to see that. Mavericks 1st and 10 at about the 39.5-yard line on their side of the field. Vandegrift comes up with a three-man front. Mavericks with Christie out wide. Gary in motion. Handoff up the middle, bounces out to the left-hand side. That's Hall. Tries to get to the outside to get upfield. Not going to get it, and it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Hall's been playing really, really good of late. That bounce to the outside worked for him last week. This defense, this is going to be the best defense, obviously, the Mavericks have faced all year. And so now it's 2nd and 12. Pass out to the right side to Christie. Hits to the sideline. Lowers that shoulder. Then gets knocked out of bounds for a pickup. Looks like about 8 yards. So 3rd down and 4. Two running backs in the backfield, 2 wideouts near side, 1 top. Schultz looks to the sideline to see if they change the play. Looks like they have made a change to the play. Now 4 guys up front for the Vipers. Takes a snap high, hands off to Taylor. Taylor gets to the right-hand side. Nowhere to go. The Vipers strung that out. Was not able to get any, actually lost a couple of yards. Wasn't able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the Mavericks punting unit will come out now. Bryce Wilson back there. Been punting fantastic this season. Snap a little high. Puts his foot into it. Nice high kick. Hits at the 15. Bounces. He touched it. He touched it. I think he might have touched that ball. Nope. Oh boy, got really lucky there. Went right underneath his legs. He tried to catch it. The Mavericks were not able to get to it before it got into the end zone, so it will be a touchback, and they'll start at the 20-yard line. Teodecki brings them out again. Same set they've had. Two wide outs to the short side. Wide receiver comes in motion to the short side. One running back. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it to the right-hand side for a short pickup of about 5 yards to the 25. Those are just like little run plays. Those are little short dink and dunks. So hard to defend. And I mentioned Teodecki going to Kansas State because that'll tell you something. When you're going to one of the big conference schools, that means you can ball. Starts as wide receiver in motion. Handoff to the running back, hits the left-hand side. Got a little bit of room. Gets up to the 31 for a first down. Mavericks doing a good job. First couple of games had some trouble with tackling. And in Round Rock, they suffered a little bit from that, too. It's one of the reasons why Coach wanted them to get a little bit more physical, which they did last week, and I see that physicality here tonight. Can't be intimidated by these Vipers. They're not going to beat you because they've won other games. You got to play this game. Wide receiver comes in motion again. Find out if they're man-to-man. They're going to be playing zone. Running back comes up. Handoff to the right-hand side. He tries to cut back into the middle. He's got nowhere to go. Nice job there by Altrudo plugging up that. Looking at the wrong. That was Yin. I have all my stuff taped up in front of me, and I went to the wrong side. Good job there by Hubbard. And when, as usual, the Mavericks had their three-man front with a linebacker popping up. This time it looks like they might be blitzing. They send a blitz. He is passing the ball. Interception. Intercepted at the 50-yard line. Overthrew his wide receiver. It looked like the wide receiver kind of cut in a little early there. And the Mavericks able to step up and make a play. Yeah, that time Teodecki read that his wide out. Those timing plays, he's expecting that wide receiver to cut at a certain time. And the wide receiver actually cut a little earlier than he thought. Good job by the DB to come up and get that, safety to come up and get that. Mavericks on basically two turnovers, one on downs and one on an interception. Start out at the 50-yard line. Two wide outs. Three running back set with two up front. Fakes the handoff, looks to the left. He's going for Christie. Christie's got it at the 27. Gets up to the 24-yard line. What a pitch and catch. 26-yard play there from Schultz to Christie. Christie's got hands like he's got glue on them. If they're going to win tonight, their stars are going to need to be here, and that's a good way to start out. Three wide outs to the right-hand side. Running back, Gary takes the ball, throws it deep. He's got, trying to see who that is. That's Schultz. Schultz catches that for a touchdown. McNeil with a trickeration. Gary to Schultz for 6 points. First 6 points of the game. How about them apples? Well, they faked me out. Wilson out for the extra point. It is up and good. that confidence that I was talking about that they played last week, this is definitely the way to have it. Come out, play physical, and take advantage of the mistakes. Teodecki wasn't really having a lot of pressure on him. He just misread what his wideout was going to do, throws it deep. McNeil intercepts the ball and turns it into 6 points. So with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first quarter, McNeil Mavericks 7, Vandegrift nothing. 0. That's a little shout out to one of my mentors back in the day telling me never say nothing. Always say 0. So the Mavericks here out to kick off. Wilson, and again, Vandegrift with 3 guys back there. They're not going to tell you who's going to go get the ball. I would imagine Wilson kicking this into the end zone again. So nice to have a leg like that. Now kicks it deep. It's going to go into the end zone, and he's going to take it out. Gets to about the 10-yard line, gets to the 15, cuts back up to the middle, trying to find some room. He keeps chugging along there, broke a couple of tackles. Now they're in the scrum. A helmet goes flying. Goodness, a little bit of rugby. And they get all the way up to the 28-yard line. And that defensive front, Hubbard, Nguyen, and Hermes, his son, out there. Coach Hermes' son. And again, an interesting formation here. 2 wideouts, 2 running backs in the back. Teodecki takes the snap, handoff straight up the middle. Rumbles forward for about a gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. From the 34-yard line. Again, that formation, just trying to not show the Mavericks what they're doing. Mavericks have 4 guys up front, and he busts it out to the right-hand side. Gets into that second level for a first down all the way out to the 45-yard line for a gain of 13 or 11 on the carry. Yeah, that time the Mavericks had 4 guys up front, and they all got pinched to the inside. And there was no linebacker there to take it on. Nice big gain for the Vipers. 2 wideouts to the short side here. Snap, handoff. Over the left-hand side, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. And the backfield, I believe that's Justin Moore. Yeah, we talked about him. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff to the left-hand side. Gets to the edge. Gets knocked out of bounds short of the first down. For pickup 7 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 from the Mavericks' 47-yard line. Yeah, Moore having some success running the ball here. Chilton goes left. Bushler to the right. Again, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Gets to the right-hand side, breaks on 3, gets to the 45, 35, all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another big chunk play. 14-yard run, another first down for the Vipers. Basically the same run as the one that they had just a little while ago. Two minutes, 55 seconds here in the first quarter. The Vipers on the move. Looks like maybe a pink out for the student section. A handoff again over the left-hand side. He breaks through and he's got room all the way up over the 20-yard line. Another big run for Justin Moore, the senior for the Vipers. Gets all the way up to the 18. Another big run, 15 yards that time. They're just pounding the rock right up the middle. Those linebackers for McNeil got to make an adjustment here. Quickly getting to the line. Another handoff to Moore, straight up the middle. This time going nowhere. Maybe got, looks like a couple of yards. So it'll be second down and 8 from the 17. Vipers do a lot of substitution, have a lot of set plays where they have guys coming out. And when the offense substitutes, that always allows the defense to sub. So the Mavericks get some fresh legs in there on the defensive line. Getting the 3 front with the up linebacker. Fakes the handoff. Now he's rolling to the left, looking deep. Now he's going to take it off, and he hits it to over the 15 to about the 12-yard line. So pick up a 4, and it'll be third down and 2. I would imagine, regardless of how much they get here, if they don't get the first down, I would imagine they will go for it. This time Moore is going out as a wide receiver. Teodecki looking to the sideline. Head coach bouncing to the left and to the right. I guess that's part of the signals. Now 3 wideouts to the, well, now, before I even say it, Chilton comes back into the, Moore comes in back into the backfield. Handoff to Moore, goes over to the left-hand side, trying to get across, trying to get over to the first down marker. He's not going to get there. Gets to about the 10-yard line, so we're looking at 4th and 1. Send in a whole bunch of different folks. They're doing that single file lineup again. That is the professional term for it. Moving over the left-hand side, moving all the power. Making strong side, left side. He tries to get across. He's going to be tripped up. Tripped up. Not going to get there. And guess who made the trip up? That's our homecoming king. That's right. Wheatley getting into the backfield, busting through the line there and just tripping him up. Another turnover. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers for the Vipers. McNeil takes over at their 11-yard line. How about a nice long drive here? Snap handoff to Taylor over the right-hand side. Plants that foot, gets across the 15 up to a little bit past the 16-yard line. This would be second down and 5. Nice little run there by Taylor. Perkins wide out here to the left. Taylor in the backfield again. And they're just going to let this head on down. No reason to rush. That's right. We're heading to the second quarter. Mavericks up 7-0 over Vandegrift. And we'll be right back.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We're the captains of McNeil football.
And you're watching Mad Football on Vype Live.
Those were your captains. That's Soltz and the boys. So the Mavericks now come out. They'll be going left to right now on your screen. After a great first quarter, 3 turnovers, 2 on downs, 1 interception. And the Mavericks come with a 2nd and 5. Christie up on the line as a tight end this time. Perkins out wide left. Handoff. I think that's Taylor. Yeah, handoff Taylor over the right-hand side for a gain of about 7. So that's going to be a first down for the Mavericks. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Again, Christie getting up on the line as a tight end. Soltz gets up to the line, tells everybody, gives everybody their instructions. 2 wideouts. Snap the ball. Hands it off to Gary Taylor again. This time he gets kind of tripped up in the backfield. Gets across the line of scrimmage, though, for a pickup. Looks about 2 up to the 26-yard line, so be 2nd and 8. Mavericks sticking with the run here. Setting up for a nice play-action pass. Taylor on the right side of Schultz. Gets the ball. He's looking left. Now he takes off running. Crosses the 25. He's up to the 30. Puts his shoulders down. See if he gets to that first down. Boy, he's going to be close. They give it to him. Gets all the way. Gets to the 29-yard line. 34-yard line. First down, Mavericks. Nice little run there by Schultz. Great decision. Didn't hesitate. Well, this time everybody's up on the line. With Taylor deep. Now we break out of that. Oh, that was actually Gary deep. So now Gary is far right. Out there with Taylor with him. Schultz takes a look to his right. Lets it fly. Hits Taylor on the run. Taylor's got it to the 35. 25-20. Gets tackled at the 19-yard line. 48-yard pickup. What a nice pitch and catch there from Schultz to Taylor. Vandegrift on their heels. 3 wideouts to the right-hand side. 1 running it back in the back. That's Hall. Hands it off. No, he doesn't hand it off. He fakes the handoff. Oh! Puts the ball on the ground. Schultz puts the ball on the ground. Fumble. Just those things you can't do. Great job, though, by the Vipers getting their hands in there. Yeah, Schultz. That was a zone read. Had the opportunity to hand it off to the running back. Decided to keep it himself. And Vandegrift got their hands in there. First real mistake by McNeil tonight. Let's see if Vandegrift can take advantage of that opportunity like the Mavericks have with their interception. 2 wideouts to the left. 1 running back. It looks like, yep, we're in the pistol. Wide receiver in motion to the right-hand side. Hands it off straight up the middle, bounces it out to the right-hand side, goes over the tackle, gets out to the 29-yard line. So pickup of 7. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and 3. That seems to be what's working for the Vipers right now. The run. Just hitting that hole, bouncing it to the right side off or left side off that tackle, Again, handoff, hits the middle. This time tries to bounce it out to the right-hand side. Going to go nowhere. It's going to lose yardage on the play for a couple of yards, so that's going to turn it into a 3rd and 4. The Mavericks that time, that's exactly what you got to do. You got to stay in your lane. Don't get pinched into the inside like that. Fantastic job by Hubbard. Again, a big 3rd down here for the Vipers. McNeil with 3-man front. Brings that linebacker up to the right side, up to the line. Looks left, throws to his right. Hits his man. He's got it 1st down up to the 40-yard line. That was a quick pop. Pitch and catch. McNeil's acting like they got the football. Referees are chatting about it, and they do not agree with the Mavericks. So, 1st down for the Vipers on their 40-yard line. Teodecki takes the ball, hits out to the left quickly. Boy, they run that play quicker than I can actually say it. Pass out there to Chilton for a quick 5 yards out to the 45. Like I said, those plays are so hard to defend. You can't really get back to the quarterback. And you're just taking what the defense is going to give you. The Mavericks are going to play 5 or 6 yards off. So 1 wide receiver to the left-hand side. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed. Hubbard right there. Wraps him up maybe for a gain of 1. So it'll be a 3rd down and 4 from the... And it looks like we have an injured player on the field. Never like to see that. It is part of the game, though. And always throwing up a prayer that they get up and run off on their own. Have the McNeil Maverick coaching staff to the right of me here. And I can look 2 booths down and see my mentor over there, Mr. Merle Bertrand. The very grateful and lucky husband of one Christina Weber Bertrand. That's a big boy getting up, walking off the field there. Got a little limp going, but it's always good to see them get up. Such a tough sport. This time of year, you get those injuries after the first game, so it's always tough. And so, Vipers, 3rd and 4. Chilton out to the right-hand side. Buechler goes out there with him. Looks to his left, quick hit to number 18. Anav Saji. Pickup of 6 for 1st down. Vipers now at McNeil's 48-yard line. Tuodecki's had plenty of time back there, even though these are quick pops. Not really feeling any kind of pressure. McNeil's got to try to get him feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So much motion these Vipers have to try to cause confusion at the line and cause confusion with the DBs. Teodecki steps up, asks for the ball, gets it. He looks to his right, gets it out there. Chilton makes a quick move, and he's out over at the 41-yard line for a pickup of 8. Just a little quick out to Chilton. Again, just acts like a little running play. If that other wide receiver can hold his block, those DBs got to get up there quick. I think the backup quarterback over there, Calvin Cervini, is playing cornerback over there on the left-hand side. Handoff up the middle again for Moore. He's not going to get past that line of scrimmage. So, again, 3rd down and 4 from the Maverick 41-yard line. Glad you're with me here. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Your Mavericks up on Vandegrift, 7-0. Vandegrift on the move here, though, with the third down, though, at 4. Three wideouts, 3. Wide out in motion. Teodecki trying to get, looks to his left, swings it out to his left. Nice little pitch and catch again to Chilton. Chilton gets that first down. He's just running 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. McNeil may need to start pressing up on those guys, which is obviously probably what Vandegrift would like them to do so that they can try to hit something deep. Only pass they've thrown deep got intercepted. Teodecki back, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle goes Moore. We have our rugby scrum. Looks like he's going to get about 4 yards. 3 yards. It will be a second down and 7. Buechler out to the right. Moore in the backfield with Teodecki. Now all the wideouts are on the right-hand side. Moore gets back into a pistol formation. Handoff to Moore over the right-hand side. All he's seeing is white jerseys. Yeah, Tyson Cox getting up there. Michael Jones getting there. And Marshall Holland, who's actually taken a knee at the moment. That's a big set of news right there. Key component to the Maverick defense. It's getting looked at by the training staff for McNeil. I do think it is a pink out for the staff and students here at Vandegrift. Always a big fan of that. I've had 3 of my aunts have gone through breast cancer, and very, very fortunate to have come out on the healthy side of that. Not a lot of women are fortunate enough, so love to see the attention given to it. All right, 3rd and 7 here from McNeil's 27-yard line. Teodecki stepping up, telling his linemen who they need to block. Wide receiver comes in motion from right to left. Teodecki just doing a quick out. Again, that time, just a quick to Buechler. That time, though, defensive backs pop up on it quick. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 from the 23-yard line. All right, can the Mavericks get another turnover on downs? Chilton, Buechler go out to the right. Lindenberger on the left-hand side. Teodecki setting his troops up. Tries to get him to come off sides. He's going to look quick pass out there. Dropped. Great job there by Caden Kearney coming up, getting his hands in there. And another turnover on downs. Yes, folks, those are turnovers. Just like an interception, just like a fumble. And the Mavericks now have 4 turnovers in this game. 3 on downs, 1 on an interception. And Vandegrift cannot capitalize on the fumble by the Mavericks. So Schultz comes out with Taylor in the back with him in pistol. Perkins out wide left. Oh! There's one of Trey Grubb's famous play-by-plays. Oh! That was definitely... It looked like Gary really did not expect to get that ball. He kind of kind of did a little bit of fade, like he wasn't going to run, like it was a running play. But then he didn't really bust it to get out there. And so Schultz, very, very fortunate that time. Gary actually started playing DB right there. So, 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion. Handoff to Gary. Oh, no, that's Hall. Gets over to the left-hand side for a pickup of about 4 to the 27-yard line. That sure looked like a horse collar. Speaking of that, not a lot of penalties. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's been a single penalty in this game. Unlike the first game of the season where it was pretty much yellow the entire time. And we have the wave of the hands from the... Did I just jinx everything? Holy cow. There is a flag. Oh, man. False start. Mavericks. I never learn. That's just like saying the guy at the line has made his last 30 free throws, and then he goes to miss 2 in a row. Third and 11. Schultz looking to his left, looking deep. Hoots it over to Christie. He catches it at the 38-yard line. Goodness. Gets over the 40. Gets all the way out to the 46-yard line for a pickup of 17 yards for a first down. Just gets out over to the left-hand side, does a nice little up the seam. Schultz had time to wait on that to happen. Taylor in the backfield. Ball on the ground. Taylor actually picks it up and tries to run. Usually tell your boys just to get down on the ball. That was a mishandled handoff there between Schultz and Taylor. But like we talk a lot about on the show, got to be a goldfish. Goldfish have those short memories. And we come to the 2-minute timeout, as they call it, with McNeil for a 2nd and long here of 13 from their 43-yard line. Need to get all the way up to the 44-yard line of the Vipers. McNeil line doing a really good job tonight. And I'm not going to jinx them because they're doing good. Thank you, Take Dub. My quality assurance lifeline. That's right, that's QA. Miss Christina Weber Bertrand. We've known each other for over a decade now. That kind of makes it short. It's actually probably quite a bit longer than that, maybe 15 years. I don't know. When you get my age, you kind of forget those things. But we have known each other a long time, been doing this, having lots of fun. K-Dub's a wonderful human being. I call her the queen of the QA and late night games. So the Mavericks, Schultz, Gary in motion to the left-hand side. Schultz looks that way, passes it off to Schultz. Gary couldn't get his blocks. Schultz is caught at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Yeah, like we talked about just a little while ago, it's that first, that wide receiver's got to make that block for those to work. This time, 3 wide to the right-hand side. Christie, Gary, and Perkins all over here. Schultz looks to the sideline for this 3rd and 13 play. Don't want to try to do anything silly here. Play has changed. Everybody sending the signals out to each other. 3 on the play clock. Gets the snap, starts running to his left. Schultz does, gets to the edge. He's to the right-hand side, gets over the 50-yard line, tries to cut on the inside, and runs into the back of his lineman out there, or running back. Tried to make a cut and just was not able. And it looks like we have a couple of people down. One for each squad, one for Vandegrift and one for McNeil. Well, it's quite a collision over there. This will give the coaching staff for McNeil some thoughts on what they should do here. 1 minute left in the game. You certainly would like to see if you do punt it, you'd have a great punter. You have a great punter in Wilson. And if you could pin them deep, and you got 3 timeouts left, you might be able to get a 3 and out if you pin them deep, but you got to pin them deep. Yeah, that's Bradley Spiels coming off the pitch. Glad to see that he is walking off, though. Quite a collision over there on the right, and the McNeil player still down. Moving, though, moving around. As you can hear, our crowd mic very close to the crowd over here on the home side. Vandegrift. Oh my, that was Schultz. That was Schultz that went down. So the backup quarterback that we were talking about just a little while ago, Calvin Cervini. Either that or we will run a wildcat. I would imagine this would easily make this a punting decision. No reason to put the new quarterback under that kind of pressure, and I do see Wilson out there. Just need to try to angle this to the outside. Don't give anybody an opportunity. At halftime, you will see the wonderful McNeil Maverick marching band and then the Vandegrift band. We will play the coach's interview that Michael did during the week. We'll have that for you after McNeil gets out there and the marching band does their thing. So, yes, so now Wilson back to punt the ball. Chilton back there. I certainly don't think Wilson's going to try to punt to him. Ball is up and going to the left-hand side, definitely trying to angle it away from the speed of Chilton. 5'10", senior wideout. A lot of speed. That ball didn't go very far, though, so it's a first down and at the 19-yard line with 52 seconds. Vandegrift has 2 timeouts. You don't want to let anything get past you here. They've been doing these little dink and dunk plays, but now's the time where they might break something out for something over the middle, deep. Teodecki. Tight end's on the move. Since his running back, he looks out to the left-hand side. Chilton gets the ball. And actually he's going to lose yardage on the play. And guess who that was coming up and making that play? Christie. Sometimes you'll see these guys come and play two-way. Perkins is out there. Taylor is out there. And Christie. Just getting their best athletes. If anybody can catch the ball, get moving, you want your best athletes on them. Christie up playing up tight. And we have movement on Vandegrift. Nice job there. The defensive back was, that was Taylor. Just sort of hanging out, and then he goes running up like he's going to press defense, and the wide receiver kind of jerked a little bit. So back 5 yards. So it will now be 2nd and 19. This is a risky situation here for Vandegrift. If they try to throw it, handoff up the middle, gets through the middle to that linebackers, but they make the play. See if they call a timeout. They do not call a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 18. Interesting that McNeil did not call a timeout here, probably because they're going to get the ball to start the half. If I'm the Vipers, I'm not making this. The play clock hasn't even started. I don't know why the play clock's not moving. Why is the play clock not moving? Because it was under 40 seconds, Trey. And so they don't need to run another play. McNeil's going to be happy to take this into halftime with a 7-0 lead. That's right. The Mavericks are up 7-0 over the Vandegrift Vipers. Next up is going to be the McNeil Maverick Band. Christina's favorite part of the show. Christina's got some scores for me. Stony Point 14, Cedar Ridge 6, Rouse 14, Cedar Park 11. Rouse, one of my favorite schools, one of my favorite kids that I coached in basketball went there, or several actually went there. Always had a good basketball program. So now the band has to lug those heavy xylophones and big old gongs and keyboards and pianos and all kinds of stuff. My goodness. People don't understand what goes into a marching band. And they will be performing, I believe, what they'll be doing for competition this year. So the Mavericks, first half, coming out, picking up where they left off last week. Very physical, playing with a lot of confidence, playing in rhythm, taking what the defense gives them, and taking those big shots. It's big news that Soltz went out injured there. We'll have to see if he comes back in the second half. But I'm going to be quiet now and let you listen in to the McNeil Maverick Marching Band. I'm going to eat a cookie. How about that? And you are right, K-Dub. Everybody loves a band. As soon as they're done, we will be back with the head coach, Coach Hermes' interview with Michael from this past weekend.
introduction and title, the same old story. Mellow soloist is Ray Perez. Clarinet soloist is Chase Moon. Trumpet soloist is Maria Thomas. Saxophone soloist is Connor Weaver.
That is your McNeil Maverick Marching Band. Some songs from Moulin Rouge, song from Rent. Oh, that was good stuff. Now, speaking of good stuff, we're going to get to the coach's interview so we can get right back to the bands. This is Michael's interview with Coach Hermes during the week.
Michael Rose here with Coach Scott Hermes of the McNeil Mavericks, coming off a big win on Friday night and ready to take on the Vandegrift Vipers this week. Trey and I, throughout the broadcast on Friday, were just remarking on how my meeting with you last week and what you hoped for your team, everything came to fruition on the field as far as toughness, physicality, and just taking it to them. The score aside, it was just both sides of the ball bought in. So what was that like for you to see that happen and then carry it through to this week?
And it was great. That's probably our most complete game we've played all year. We forced some takeaways. We got to the quarterback, tackled much better. Just looked like a much more physical defense. And offensively, it's about execution. We had a lot of guys find the ball or find their way into the end zone, and so that's good to see. We're not just running everything through one player or two guys. I mean, there's a lot of weapons on our offense that you got to stop, and so that was nice to see Friday night.
With that motivation from your athletes, from the players themselves, what kind of impact has that had on just communicating with each other and lifting each other up this week as you get ready for Friday?
Yeah, obviously Vandegrift's a great opponent. They've had a ton of success. Last year, state champs. But we just see it as that's an opponent that we've got to beat to be a district champ ourselves, and so we respect what they've done, but at the same time we're not intimidated by it. We just know we've got to get out there and play our football.
With the IQ, the buying in, the retention, and all of that, that senior leadership has really paid off. And are you seeing that trickle down now to the younger athletes that you have on the field?
Yeah, we got a lot of contributions this last week from Zylan Hall, our running back. That's he definitely had his best game of the year, and so we're seeing those seniors. They're leading by example, and they've been doing it for a while. But now others are starting to pick up on it and see how to do it.
And just with everything going on this week, you mentioned just how everything kind of flowing smoothly. What do you have? Do you have expectations or? Like you talk about physicality, just as far as facing Vandegrift goes on Friday.
Yeah, I think Vandegrift's probably the most physical team that we've faced so far this year. So, there's no secret. They're going to line up. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run downhill. Then they're going to use that to set up some of their play action and passing game. But they're a really, really good team. We've just got to be able to match that physicality and hopefully create some takeaways so our offense gets more possessions.
Looking forward to it. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your time.
Thanks, man.
That's Coach Scott Hermes of the McNeil Mavericks. This is McNeil Maverick Football right here on the Vype Media Network. We'll be right back.
Hey, high schoolers. Are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
We're the captains of McNeil football.
And you're watching Maverick Football on Vype Live.
And here is the Vandegrift Viper Marching Band.
coffee and short talk. Finally, we're thrilled to announce that the Vandegrift Legacies have been invited to travel to jolly old England to perform in the world-renowned London New Year's Day Parade. The Legacies will perform 2 routines along the parade route, proudly representing the Vandegrift community on the international stage. Now, taking the field again tonight is the Vandegrift High School Vype Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be joined by 110 8th grade students from the Canyon Ridge and 4 Points Middle School bands. As our coach, that's over 400 band students right here in the field. The Vype Band is proud to welcome these Canyon Ridge and 4 Point students to the Vandegrift High School Band and Vision tradition. This combined mega band will begin this evening's show with a performance of Magnificent Seven. And we'll conclude tonight's performance with one of our crowd favorites, Metal Shop.
And that was, oh, excuse me. Try that again. That was the Vandegrift Marching Band with the middle schoolers out there with them. Bet you they had a blast. It's always fun. See that pass forward like that. Saw something this past week where you had a high school senior group start out at one end of the field and they ran down, well, they walked toward center field with the kindergarten group coming from the right-hand side of the field to go meet up. One school generation coming on to the next school generation. And speaking of schools, so McNeil up at halftime 7-0 over the Vandegrift Vipers. Big news in that first half beyond the score is the injury to Schultz, quarterback for McNeil. Senior quarterback took a tumble. Looks like it was across the field, so it's kind of hard to see, but just looked like he took a weird sort of fall, weird tackle. And hoping that he's okay. I haven't seen number 10 out there, but and I do see Cervini warming up. Big, tall senior over there. He's been playing DB some. I would imagine that if Schultz can't go, we're going to be looking probably at Cervini, obviously, but maybe some Wildcat with Taylor and or Gary. But every coaching staff is going to have a contingency. See if I can get something from the coaches here. All right. Oh. I showed him my sign. I showed him my piece of paper that said it's time to grind. Let's get after it. And they thought that's what I was showing them, so they were all pumped up. Then I had to point out that I was actually asking about Schultz. They said, Mas Mano. They're not going to give anything away, even to the McNeil Maverick broadcast. But like I said, I did see Cervini over there warming up. But as with all sports, especially football, it's about next man up. Someone's unfortunate situation is always somebody else's opportunity. Down goes the Maverick balloon. That's not a balloon, Trey. That's some inflatable. There you go. See the McNeil Maverick fans over there? As I said at the beginning of the broadcast, beautiful night. A little bit of wind from right to left. Really hasn't affected the game. It's the only real effect it's had is on the crowd mic. You can occasionally hear the boom of the low end of that. So this will be interesting. Vandegrift, as Coach mentioned, they've had a lot of success here, but you don't win games on previous games. Obviously, you got great coaching staffs, you got great players, coming in. You had juniors last year that were good that are coming in now, but it's always an opportunity because it's just competing who's out there on the field. And McNeil's going to get the ball first here in this third quarter. We should see right away if they've made any adjustments, which if Schultz is out, they certainly will make some adjustments. And then we'll see if Vandegrift has made some adjustments on defense. So Taylor and Perkins are back on the kickoff. They always start out about the 20-yard line. Always prepared for those pooch kicks, which I cannot, well, I was going to say cannot stand, but I understand. Now, some teams have had a lot of success with onside kicks against the Mavericks, so you can see they've made some adjustments to their special teams to prepare for that. So, Wiley Olson prepared to kick off. I'm not going to say deep because don't know. And we're off on the third quarter, and it is deep. Going to let that go into the end zone for a touchback. And your McNeil Mavericks will start out this third quarter up a touchdown from their 20-yard line. That's the Vandegrift band down there. Gotta love band. And that, I believe that is Cervini out there. Takes it, hands off to Gary, straight up the middle. He's got more, he got room to the left. He goes over the top, gets to the 45-yard line. What a big run. 20-yard run there. Just popped it over the middle. I got caught up in the band. First and 10 from the 45. Cervini looks to the sideline, see if the play's changed. Looks like things have changed. Yep, he's looking at his wristband. 2 wideouts, 1 left, 1 right. Handoff again up the middle. He bounces it out to the left-hand side. Gets over close to the 50-yard line, but they're going to give him 3 yards. So it'll be second down and 7. Get up to the line quickly. So Cervini gets the play. Again, simple formation, 2 wideouts. Taylor in the backfield gets the ball over the middle, gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to fall forward for a few yards. A flag comes in. He got a yard on the play, but we'll have to see what the flag is all about. Gets thrown in from the back judge. Personal foul, face mask, Vandegrift. So that's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down, as they like to say. Or I would say if I was certainly a referee. That's how I would say it. Yeah, that band is right up in front of the microphone. It is awesome. You got the youngsters down there with the seniors. Cervini in the backfield. Hands off to Hall. He goes over the left-hand side, gets across the line of scrimmage. Is able to bounce it out to the left side and get out of bounds for a gain of, it looks like they're going to give him 2. To the 39-yard line. So it'll be second and 8. At that time, tried to go at the middle, but nothing was there. Was able to bounce it. Again, just 2 wideouts. Perkins wide right. Christie on the short side of the field. 2 backs. Prom King is in there for tight end. Dangerous backfield here in Taylor and Gary. Pick your poison. And this time it's going to be Taylor with the ball straight up. Or Gary. That's Gary taking the ball on a wildcat like I was talking about earlier. Cervini was actually out of the game, and that time Gary takes the ball, goes over the left-hand side for a pickup of 9 yards for another first down. Cervini in the pistol. Takes a snap. It looks like there was probably some movement there. Either that or offsides. They might have come across. Yeah, offsides. They came across and actually made contact. You know, Coach talked about it in the halftime interview. A lot of weapons on this team. Perkins out to the right. Christie, short left field. Man-to-man for both. Well, they've got somebody over the top of Perkins here. Another offsides. Free play. Going deep to Christie into the end zone. He goes up for the ball. Caught it. Touchdown, Mavericks. Touchdown, Mavericks. 25-yard pitch and catch on a free play. Yeah, I think we're going to decline that offsides. Thank you very much. Cervini with his first touchdown pass of this season. And Christie goes from touchdown catch to having to set the ball for the extra point. Kick is up and through the uprights. Yeah, Christie hopping off with some confidence. Yes, sir. And now that's the Maverick band you can hear over there. We got the Maverick flags going. And the reason is because we got another touchdown. We're up 14-0 over Vandegrift here early in the third quarter, though. Early. Like to point that out because you got to keep playing. Do have some scores here. Halftime, Stony Point 28, Cedar Ridge 13. Round Rock putting it on Manor 49-0. Goodness gracious at halftime. We talked about it. Round Rock's a good football team. Their 0-3 record when we played them was not indicative of their play. Another score halftime, Rouse 21, Cedar Park 19. K-Dub with a little whoop for the McNeil Mavericks. Wilson with the kickoff from left to right. High kick's going to be caught at about the 4-yard line. Up over the 10 to the middle of the field. Gets a little bit of room. Dives forward to the 22. Nice kick. Nice and high and over to the right-hand side. Basically taking away half the field. Those guys bringing it back always try to get it back to the center of the field. And that time, good job by the Mavericks. Staying in their lanes. It's so hard to stay disciplined on those kicking teams because everybody wants to make a play. Just for some of them, it's the first time, it's the only time they get out there. All right, so now, with a 14-0 lead, the Maverick defense comes out. Might have to see a little bit more passing here from the Vipers. Teodecki looks to pass. Starts running out to his left. Now he's get up the field, gets up that sideline, gets over the 30-yard line. Easy first down. Out to the 34. That was just a little bit too easy. Everybody went deep, and that just opened up all kinds of green pasture for Teodecki to run through. 4 wideouts, 2 top, 2 on the short side. 1 in motion, up to the line. Teodecki takes the snap, looking again to his right. Quick throw out to the right, dropped. Probably was, that was Moore coming out of the backfield. Probably started to look up the field a little bit. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Vipers. Chilton out there. Bushler and Chilton out to the far right. Moore in the backfield with Teodecki. Teodecki steps up, calls out the play. Puts Chilton in motion. Looks to his left, going to throw deep. caught around the 50-yard line, goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line of McNeil. Just a nice little pitch and catch to Marshall Lindenberger there. So much attention on Chilton and Bushler. More in the backfield with Teodecki. Handoff to Moore over the left-hand side. Plenty of room to get through. Gets across the 40-yard line up to the 37. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4. Again, lots of people coming in and out for the Vipers. Showing McNeil a lot of different sets, lots of different motion. Heavy set, run set. Teodecki puts him in motion. Looks deep, looking over the middle, going deep. And he's got number 5, Bushler, coming over the middle. That's been a problem for McNeil. They've been giving over those crossing routes. And that time, plenty of time for Teodecki to let that play develop. Mavericks need to tighten up here, see if they can hold this to 3 points. Keep that momentum. Bushler to the far right. Chilton to the left. Teodecki up, calls the play. Moore to his left, hands it off to Moore. Moore over the right-hand side, cuts up the middle, has plenty of room, gets up close to the first down at about the 11-yard line. He's going to be a yard short, so 2nd and 1, but getting big chunk plays. The Vipers are by far their best offensive series, even when they got deep. This is by far their best series that they've had. Christie comes out to play defensive back. You've already got Taylor over there playing defense back, and Perkins, is also back there. Teodecki claps those hands off to Moore. Moore over the right-hand side, looks for a little bit of room. He's going to have a first down. Looks like he gets up to about the 2-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Vandegrift Vipers with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in this third quarter. Lindenberger coming in. Chilton coming out. That allows for the Mavericks to get some fresh legs in there on the defensive end, the defensive line. In comes Galarza, one of the captains for tonight. And Moore gets the ball over the left-hand side. It's going to be easy. Pickens walking straight on in, cuts in over the left-hand side. Touchdown, Vandegrift. And we have a Maverick player on the turf. I think that might be Hubbard. Holland standing there next to him. No, that's not Hubbard. I see Hubbard over there. Not sure who this is. But touchdown, Vandegrift. That time having some nice runs that set up their play-action passes and just not getting to the quarterback to kind of create any kind of pressure or make him uncomfortable. You got a kid back there that's going to Kansas State. Oh, that's good. Michael Jones getting up and running off the field. It's a big part of this defense. And now out for the extra point. And that's Wiley Olson. Snap was low, but able to get it set up. Nice job by the holder there. Number 11, Lawson Lombard. Backup quarterback. Doing a nice job. And the extra point is good. And just like that, it's back to a 7-point lead. 6:55 left in this third quarter. 2 touchdowns in just under 6 minutes. Both squads going down the field and scoring. Big pass plays leading to those scores. Again, you got to be on the lookout here for an onside kick. Yeah, 6 guys up around the 50-yard line just to protect from that. 3 guys for the pooch kick. And then Perkins and Taylor deep. And the ball goes deep. It's going to go into the end zone. Taylor will let that bounce. And we will have a touchback. You know, I said at the beginning, time to grind. This is a proud football program. Very, very talented, great football coaching staff. So it's not going to be easy. And right now, you're not playing to the scoreboard. You just got to get out there and compete. Cervini comes back out there, so it looks like Schultz is on the sidelines. Cervini takes the ball, handoff. No, throws it out to the left-hand side for Perkins. Perkins able to get a few yards, get past the original DB that came up on him. Looks like he was able to get a couple of yards. Those plays have just not been successful tonight. DBs for Vandegrift, and we talked about their defense being so good. This 14 points. That's right around what they have allowed all season. Taylor in the backfield with Cervini in the pistol. Takes the snap. Oh, there's a mix-up on the play. That's what happens when you have a quarterback who hasn't been out there. That time he turned the wrong direction. So we have a loss of 5 on the play. So that will make it a 3rd and 13. Don't want to do anything silly here, but I would expect Vandegrift to come hard here. Handoff up the middle, lots of room, gets over the 30, out to the 35. Very, very close to the first down. What a nice run. I think they're going to give that a first down. You bet. You bet. 13-yard run for Taylor. Great job by the line, giving him just a little bit of a crease to get through there. I think Hall and Taylor in the backfield with Cervini. Takes the snap, gives it to Hall. Hall bounces off, spins around, gets up to the 44-yard line for a pickup of 9. Looked like a little pinball there going through all those black and white jerseys. Ends up hitting a few bells and making them ring. And we get 9 yards and give us a 2nd and 1. Again, Hall and Taylor in the backfield with Cervini. Perkins and Christie wide. Gary on the move. Handoff to Taylor. Up the middle. Gets across for a first down. Gets up to the 48-yard line. First down, Mavericks. And we'll see if the coaching staff trusts Cervini in his arm. Nice throw he had over there to Christie for the touchdown. But with the success on the ground, if it ain't broke. Mavs look to the side. Play is changed. Cervini looks down at his wristband. Now he's going to let his offensive line know, lets everybody know what's going on. Gets back in the pistol. Slaps those hands. He's looking to his left. Throws out to his left. Christie's got Christie. Christie makes the first man miss. Can't make the second man miss. Gets over to the 36-yard line for another first down for the Mavericks. Nice throw by Cervini. Those out throws aren't as easy as they look, but as you can see just by looking up there at the top of the screen, 10 yards off of Christie, that's not going to work. As a matter of fact, I hope they keep doing that all night long. We'll take those yards. Yeah, 15 yards off of him right now. Christie looks at his wrist. Everybody looks at their wrist so they know what they're supposed to do. Ooh, clock's down to 4. Can we get the ball off? Just on time. Christie gets smashed. Yeah, that time letting the clock get all the way down allowed the defensive line to sort of time their jump. And a sack for a loss of 7 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 17. Christie with no chance there. Got to be careful making these changes to the plays. Clock's down to 15 already, still looking at their wrists. Looking back to the sideline. Down to 8 when they first call the play to the team. Yeah, that probably called the time. Oh, false start. Yeah, they're getting down to the clock. Getting to 0, so the defensive line is just able to, pin their ears back and making the offensive line just a little bit nervous there. Need to get these plays in a little bit faster, get things moving a little bit faster. I know that's difficult to do. You got a new quarterback in there. This looks a little bit better. Christie with Taylor and Hall in the backfield with him. Looks to his left, pitched out to Christie. Nice block there by Gary. Allows Christie to pick up from the 49. So pick up a 7, so a 3rd down and 15 here. Christie looking to the sidelines. Again, everybody looking at their wrist for the plays. Plenty of time on the clock. This ball hands off to Taylor. Taylor's over the right-hand side. Plenty of room. He was hoping for a first down, but he wasn't really close. Nice job by Taylor, though, getting over the right-hand side. Going to give them a 4th and somewhat manageable. This is really out of, well, they are going to send Wilson in there. Now, this is going to be a punt. Christie's not staying. Oh, no. Oh, my. We're going to try a field goal here, folks. This will be a 50-yard field goal. I have confidence. Blocked at the line. That's one of the things that can happen. Vandegrift picks it up on the bounce. Christie runs him out of bounds there. That's one of the things that can happen whenever you're trying to kick a long field goal like that. You're going to try to start it out a little bit lower so you can get more distance on it. And it gets blocked at the line of scrimmage. And kind of glad that the guy picked the ball up because they would have had the ball in much better field position if he hadn't. So Vandegrift now, with 1:15 left in the third quarter, comes out 1st and 10 from their 19, it looks like. Handoff Moore over the right-hand side. Not a lot of room there, trying to get to the edge. McNeil does a good job of stringing that out. He does get a yard or two. Again, just bringing people in and out. Lindenberger coming off this time. Chilton and Bushler over here to the wide side. Joey Fennell out there as well. Teodecki calls the play out. Claps the hands. Looking to his left, going over the middle. That time, nice job by the defensive backs. Lots of coverage. Great coverage there. Lots of Mavericks in the way there. So 3rd down and 8. Teodecki does have a good-looking ball. Two wideouts up top. Chilton down here on the bottom. He's in motion. Goes behind Teodecki. Teodecki looking to his right. This is a screen set up. Actually hits the back end of a lineman, looked like. That did not look very good at all. And for the first time tonight, because of the turnovers on downs, we have the first punt from Vandegrift. Great job there by the McNeil defense. Again, the guy taking the ball on the blocked field goal kind of changed up the plays that Vandegrift could do. Snap is back, punt is up, and Taylor calls for a fair catch. Catches it on the 32, and McNeil will start at their 32-yard line with 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Early third quarter, Cedar Park 26, Rouse 21. Close game there. They're old foes. Halftime, Bowie Bulldogs 27, Del Valley 0. Bowie, where my nephew Travis went to school. Graduated this past year. Congratulations, Trav. Looks like Schultz is back out there. Or no, that is Gary. Gary has the ball coming over the left-hand side. Ball comes out. Fumble, and Vandegrift has it. Now, for a second, that just looked like a little shorter quarterback, so I thought it was Schultz, but it was Gary. And again, the Vandegrift Vipers being very opportunistic in getting their hands in there. And they will start on the McNeil side of the field. Teodecki coming all the way over and getting some information from his coach. DB's up tight for McNeil. Movement on the line by the tight end for Vandegrift. Oh my, head coach is all the way out across the numbers. Being asked to please head back to the sideline. Will you kindly move back to the sideline? So that'll tack on 5 yards and make it a 1st and 15 from the 44-yard line of McNeil. Head coach giving a lot of leeway there, getting out all the way past the numbers. So Teodecki up, talks to his lineman. Linebackers coming up, switching sides. Jones and Hubbard Teodecki back, looks to his right. Quick pass out to that tight end who gets upended by Taylor, but picks up 6 yards and will be 2nd and 9. Just not able to get any kind of pressure back there into the backfield. Teodecki, who's just too good. If he's going to have time back there, it helps him go through his reads, and these little short dinks and dunks are there. Goes up to the line, calls the play. Timeout. Timeout, McNeil. Head coach Hermes running up to the referee, getting a timeout. Did not like what he saw on the field for his defense. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Some folks might say, why take a timeout with so little time left? You play each play. Certainly at some point you start thinking about those kind of things, but not in the third quarter. And they add a second back, so 12 seconds left in this third quarter. McNeil up 14-7 over the Vipers. Beautiful night. Here at Ed W. Monroe Memorial Stadium. His picture out there on right outside the elevator in honor. So 2nd and 9. Teodecki, looks like they're changing the play up. He's telling his center to hold up. Got green hat, blue hat, and red hat coaches over here. Teodecki looking to his left, goes to his right. Quick pass out over there. Did he catch it? That was Chilton, and yes, he did catch it. Taylor got over there quickly on that. Certainly 2-down territory here. Third and 6 on that 3-yard catch. Or 3rd and 5 on that 4-yard catch. Chilton out to the right. Bushler up on the line. More to the right side of Teodecki. Takes the ball, looks straight up the middle. Now he's headed off to his right, throws the ball. He was throwing it out there to Chilton. Just a little too high, a little too much mustard on that one. It looked like he had plenty of room to run for that first down. Those linebackers got to keep an eye on him. He's big and tall. And we've seen him have those wheels. So big 4th down here. Moore comes out of the game. That allows for substitutions on the McNeil side of things. 3 wide receivers. Teodecki putting Chilton in motion. Looking over the middle. Caught by the tight end, number 18, Arnav Saji. And that'll be a first down. Just a little easy pitch and catch. And everybody's going to throw the 4 fingers up. And that means 4th quarter. Both teams score a touchdown in the third quarter. And we are at 14-7. McNeil over Vandegrift by 7 points. We'll be right back.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
That's me, the guy that yells at the referees. All right. Here we go, as Heath Ledger said in Batman. Vipers with a first down at the Mavericks' 25-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 1 running back in the backfield. Teodecki claps, gets the ball, looks left, plenty of time, rolls to his right, throws the ball over the middle, caught. Easy pitch and catch to number 84 there, Tyler Salo. He has 6 yards on the catch. 2nd down and 4, just too much time for Teodecki. He's going to tear him up. See if we send some guys in there just trying to make him a little bit uncomfortable. We saw it last night with Stafford getting into a rhythm. You can't let really good quarterbacks get into a rhythm. Chilton far left. Bushler to the far right. Teodecki up to the line, steps back, claps those hands, hands the ball off to Moore. Moore over the right-hand side. Caught there by Hubbard coming across the line for a pickup of, looks like 4 yards, so be a 3rd and 2, so pick up a 3. McNeil sending some new legs in there for the defensive line. Bushler out far right. Chilton far left. Moore in the backfield. Moore gets the ball up the middle, straight up the middle. Gets met head on by some Mavericks, but that'll be plenty for, well, it's going to be close. Yep, first down called. Head referee calls a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Maverick 14. Hall with the catch, gets the ball, runs over the left-hand side, breaking tackles left and right. Finally brought down around the 12-yard line for a pickup of 3, making it a 2nd and 7, And looks like we have an injured Maverick down. It's been a tough evening. Looks like he's probably got a cramp. Michael and I have talked about that many times on air. Cramps are no joke. If you've had one, you know it's not a joke. If you haven't had one, I hope you never have one. They are painful. Stony Point, 28. Cedar Ridge, 13. Cedar Park, 26. Rouse, 21. Thank you, K-Dub. What a night. What an honor to be able to call the game for McNeil. My first game for my kids' alma mater. And regardless of how the scores end up, just playing so well, so proud of the young men. But they have a lot left here in this 4th quarter. And we're going to start right here with a 2nd and 8. Teodecki takes the ball, hands off to Moore, who goes straight up the right-hand side. Plenty of room, just breaking tackles left and right and over the goal line for a touchdown. Touchdown run of 12 yards. Yeah, there was that broken tackles. That was definitely a problem for McNeil in the loss to Round Rock and earlier in the season. One point away from a tied football game with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter here. Snap is good, ball is up, and kick is good. And the Vipers come from behind, taking advantage of some turnovers by the Mavericks. Got to hold on to that ball. Sometimes the game's easy. Turnovers in football and rebounds in basketball. Sometimes it's pretty simple. You just got to do the details. We'll see how this Maverick team reacts to this, being up 14-0 and now tied 14-14 in the 4th quarter on the home field for the state champs, reigning state champs. What a fantastic opportunity. Rouse scores a touchdown. Cedar Park 33, Rouse 28. Minutes. Olson lines up for a kick. Kicks it low and deep. Nice little hopper. Good catch there by Taylor over the right-hand side. Tries to get some yards, but it gets up to the 25, so just like a touchback. That was kind of a knuckleballer there by Olson. Again, want to give a big shout out to the McNeil Maverick Booster Club. We could not be here, could not be doing this without their support. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Honored to be calling Maverick football. Let's go, boys. Hall over the right-hand side. Nice shifty little running there in between the tackles, getting up for 8 yards, 7 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 3. Big, tall Cervini out there looking over to the sideline, checking his wristband. I'm sure they talked about that while the defense was out there. We got to get these plays going quicker. The clock starts. Tells the line what we're going to do. Christie out here to the wide side, handoff. That is Taylor trying to get over the middle, just trying to get to the line of scrimmage. Is going to lose a yard. You know, this is where you would like to see some of those dinks and dunks that you see from Vandegrift. They're playing so far off of Christie and Perkins. Sometimes, rather than a screen, I'd just like to see them do a nice little pitch out. So Taylor way back. Cervini at the line, under center, hands off. Up the middle goes Taylor. Or no, that's Gary. He crosses the 35 and gets a 1st down. 1st down and 10 for the Mavericks. Again, you can see simplified sets. Pretty much just Perkins and Christie wide with a couple of running backs in there. Clock's at 18. Checking the wristbands, telling everybody what they do. Confusion here, confusion. Got to get moving. Got to get moving. Everybody's got to get on the same page. Got to call a timeout. You can't be changing the play like that. I think Christie was trying to get something changed. Or not Christie, sorry. Cervini. Again, a lot on his shoulders coming in. On the road at Vandegrift. Senior leader quarterback Schultz on the sidelines. Cervini also a senior. And he's been playing defensive back recently. Almost had himself an interception last week. Tall guy just couldn't get 3 or 4 more inches taller. Couldn't get to the ball. My goodness. Round Rock 56. Manor 0. Running clock. Never like to hear that. Telling you, that Round Rock team, solid football team. Again, you can see the pink shirts down there. Little pink out. Love that. I've had my aunts survive. 3 of my aunts survive breast cancer. So, love the getting notoriety for it and getting it out there in front of everybody. Get out there and get those mammograms. Cervini in the pistol. Hall in the backfield. Hall's got the ball. Nope, Cervini fakes, throws deep right to nice. He hits Gary. Gary's still on his feet, still going, catches the ball around the 45-yard line, gets an additional 10 yards up the field. Man, that 5-0 just always get me. whether it's Taylor or Gary. Nice catch there by Gary. Good throw by Cervini. Over the top of one defender and in front of another. First down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Hand off to Taylor straight up the middle. I can hear K-Dub laughing. Those numbers are getting me. Now Hall is out there. Nice run by Taylor. Gets 8 yards to give him a 2nd and 2. Clock continues to roll. 22 seconds left on the play clock. Cervini still looking at his wristband. Everybody looking over at the sidelines. We're at 15 seconds. Oh boy. Oh boy. 10, 9 seconds. Boy, you better get going. 6, 5. Got to snap it. Hall gets the ball. And again, when you get down to that, when you get down to the clock like that, those defensive linemen and linebackers are all watching that clock. They know you have to hike the ball. All right, 3rd and 5 from the Vipers' 31-yard line. Probably to get feel good about a field goal, probably need to get another first down. So 15 seconds, changing the play. Cervini in the pistol, takes the snap, quick throw. He was on a different page than Perkins. Yeah, nice throwaway there by Cervini. When he saw, you could see that he kind of changed his throwing motion there. They're going to try another field goal. My goodness. A 48-yard field goal. Kick is up. It's got the distance. It's whether it's going to be good. And it is good. Holy cow, a 48-yard field goal by Wilson. I told you. He's got the leg that could get him a scholarship somewhere for sure. So another 3 points. Well, I just clicked the touchdown button twice, so 2 touchdowns later. No. There we go. Just wanted to give them some extra points. So now 17-14. McNeil up on Vandegrift with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is what you play for. Play for the opportunity to beat the champs. Chilton back there with Ontario Jackman. And the big leg of Wilson, who just kicked a 48-yard field goal, will now line up for kickoff. Right to left, puts his leg into it, nice and high, nice and deep, into the end zone. No return. And so from the 25-yard line, McNeil defense needs to make a play. Get that ball back for their offense. Two-way players coming out there. Taylor and Christie playing defensive back, cornerbacks. Three linemen. Got to get some pressure back in there. Teodecki, plenty of time. Almost. Oh, intercepted by Christie. Intercepted by Christie. A diving catch. Oh, no, they're saying he didn't get it. Oh, no. Oh. Man, I wish we had instant replay. Oh, my goodness. What an attack on the ball, though. It was thrown low. Christie almost got it. All right, 3 wide to the right, to the wide side of the field. 1 right wide receiver to the short side. That's Moore is over there. I think the referees are going to chat. Nope, they're going to. They had switched the balls because some of them did think it was a turnover. But one referee came in and said it was incomplete. On to the next play we go. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Moore in motion. Gets over there with Teodecki. Teodecki up to his lineman, changing the signals for lineman for McNeil. See if they get some rush. Straight over the middle to Chilton for a pitch and catch of 8 yards. It's been there all night. Clock running at 5 minutes and 25 seconds. If you're Vandegrift and you confident you're going to get down there and score, you don't want to leave much time. Teodecki again looking for the ball. Man in motion. He looks to his left. Just a quick pass. Caught by Lindenberger for a first down. It's just those little quick 7-yard outs. McNeil playing quite a bit off of their wide receivers, just trying to keep everything in front of them, but at some point, got to try to take some of those away or jump them. But yeah, this time Christie playing up tight on Bushler. Teodecki over to his tight end for a quick little 4-yard route. He turns it upfield, gets out of bounds for another couple of yards. Pickup of 6 to the 50-yard line. Under 4.5 minutes left in this game. I would imagine there's a little bit of fear with blitzing Teodecki because he is so good. Again, 3-man line, defensive line. Bushler on the move. Teodecki takes the ball, handoff to Moore over the right-hand side. Gets caught from behind there by Holland. But it's going to be a first down. Needed 3, got 4. First down for Vandegrift from the McNeil 46. Be nice to have the first holding call of the game. I don't think I've ever been involved in a football game where there was not a single holding call. Bushler moving from right to left. Teodecki takes the ball. Handoff to Moore. Spins, gets around to the outside. Christie there to make the tackle. Pickup of 1 yard. Good job by Hubbard there to hold his line and make Hall have to feel like he needed more. Feel like he needed to bust that out. Teodecki with Moore in the backfield. 4 wideouts, 2 up top, 2 to the short side. 4 defensive linemen. Teodecki changing the play here. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Takes the ball, looking to his right. Quick throw out there to Chilton. Gets off of Christie's tackle. Oh, my goodness. Wide receiver on wide receiver. Christie not able to make the tackle. But Sean Crow coming up and getting him out of bounds, so it will be a 3rd and 2, obviously 2-down territory. We need a tackle for a loss or a turnover here. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. Chilton far left. Bushler here to the right. Again, late movement. Handoff to Moore up the middle. Not sure if he's going to get it. They're coming up. It looks like they're going to call it fourth down. Fourth down in inches. My goodness. What a big play here. Yeah, it's fourth down at about a yard, actually. Could be ball game if McNeil can make a stop here. Expect one of these quick passes again. 3 defensive linemen. Oh, and they got him. Oh, no. Get to him. Get to him. Get to him. Todeki just throws the ball as far as he can. Oh, and it's dropped. Dropped. We blitzed him, and we got in the backfield. It was a zone read. He kept the ball. Todeki with a great job of getting away from everybody and then just heaving it up, just hoping that his wide receiver can get to it. Wide receiver gets it in his hands, and it drops to the ground. With under 2 minutes left, so we'll have the 2-minute timeout here. McNeil, 17. Vipers, 14. Woo! It's grind time. Whew. All the McNeil coaches jumping up and down over on the right-hand side. The coach in me is like, everybody relax. Lots of time left in this game. Vipers have all 3 timeouts. The Mavericks are actually down to 1 timeout because of the 2 they had to take because of the play clock. And that play clock, again, is going to be an issue here. You know, they've definitely broken down the playbook to help Cervini out. I mean, at minimum, what you want to try to do here is you want to try to run the ball, get a first down, great, but you want the Vipers to have to call their timeouts. You do not want them to have timeouts if they get the ball back. All right, 2 wide receivers up top. Cervini takes the ball, handoff to Gary. Taylor over the right-hand side. Tries to cut up the field, but is unable to cut up the field. Gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. Boy, it looked like he had some room. He did not, and we have a Viper down on the ground. Wow, that saves him a timeout. Obviously not saying that he's doing that, but certainly never want to see a player hurt. But the reality is that does kind of work like a timeout. I don't know in high school if you get charged for that. If under 2 minutes left in the game. We'll see, but hopefully first things first, we want the young man to get up. So no yards on that. Boy, it looked like he had some room to get going. And just was not able to get moving north-south. Yeah, they called a timeout to be able to save time to be run off the clock there. Or it's because it's under 2 minutes. He pointed to the wrong side. That was actually Vandegrift's timeout. It was not McNeil's. So, 1 minute, 50 seconds. Looks like they did give him a yard, so 2nd down and 9. All right, Cervini back there. Looks like he's got Taylor back there with him. Hands the ball off to Taylor straight up the middle. Scrum's going. A little bit of rugby. Everybody over there but Perkins. Pickup of 3 yards. Nice job. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. And again, are you gambling and you're going to throw the ball? Or do you make them use their timeout and then send your fantastic kicker out there to try to pin them deep? Oh my, holy cats. That's in honor of my broadcasting partner. Yeah, so 3rd down and 6 here. Taylor's going to be in the backfield with Cervini again. Oh, this time, nope. I think it's Gary back there. This is that play. Cervini's underlined everybody up on the line for Vandegrift. Handoff up the middle. Gary's going to get a few yards, but he's not going to get a first down. And so you play the percentages. You get rid of all the timeouts. And you see if you can get them inside that 20-yard line down there. Get that ball nice and high. Get some time off the clock. Got to be disciplined on your return. And the defense needs to get over there and start bobbing those heads up and down and getting ready to come out and lay the wood. So that gets rid of all the timeouts for the Vipers. Like I said, you got to play the percentages. You got to get those timeouts away from them. Cervini up on the ball like he's going to hike it, and he's the only one up there. Maybe he is the deep snapper. He is the deep snapper. Cervini's just doing everything. Critical deep snap here. Snap is good. Wilson with the kick away. Fair catch called. Caught at the 21-yard line. Now again, a piece that comes into this, it is a 3-point game. Haven't seen their kicker. He, so far, Olsen has kicked it into the end zone on his kickoffs. So he does have a leg, just don't know his accuracy because we haven't seen one yet. Extra points have been good. All right, so we have our two-way players out here. Christie, Perkins, Taylor, Teodecki in the backfield, 3 wideouts. To the short side, one looks to his right, nothing there. He's stepping up into the pocket, running away, running for the first down there. Yeah, he was up against a lineman there. No competition against a lineman. No defensive backs. Everybody running deep, covering. Gets out of bounds. Did not get a first down. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in this game. 4 wideouts, 3 to the wide side, 1 to the top. Teodecki takes the snap. He's looking to his left. Now he looks to his right. Nothing there. Steps up into the pocket. Tries to pitch it up to a run to a. I think that was Lindenberger. Yep. Tried to do the Patrick Mahomes move. I don't know if he was past the line of. Nope, he was not past the line of scrimmage. Whew, that was really close. So 3rd down and 1. So far, good coverage. Cornerback's playing way off. Got one deep safety. Teodecki looking to his left. Now he's got caught. Ball is thrown up. He's just trying to get it over there to somebody. Incomplete pass. Boy, everybody giving everything they have. That's one of the things about football and all sports. You have to give everything, every play, to put the pressure on the other players, on the other team, to have to make a good play. Yeah, they're saying that wasn't grounding. Sure looked like grounding, but 4th down and 1. 4th down and 1. 68 seconds left in the game. Can McNeil get a stop? Teodecki stepping up. 4 wide receivers. 3 to the wide side. 1 to the top side. Bushler over there. Teodecki claps those hands. Gets the ball. He's looking to his left. He's running to his left. Throws the ball. Intercepted! Intercepted! Goes to the ground. Intercepted! Woo! Intercepted. Taylor with the interception. That ball was tipped by somebody over there, and we got the interception. Ball game. Ball game. Head coaches over to my right side. And we got a flag. That's probably going to be for super excited young men. Dead ball. Personal foul against Vipers. First down. You know what time it is? It's time for the victory. Victory snaps. And guess who gets to do it? The young man who stepped into Schultz's shoes, just like I stepped into Michael Rose's shoes tonight. Gets to get up there, take a knee, no timeouts. Probably have to run another play. Yep, 54 seconds. That was me high-fiving the coaches next door. I don't know why the play clock is at 2. Now, all kinds of weird stuff happening here. Game clock's going. I don't know why the play clock is not running. They can just sit there. Don't hike. Don't do nothing until they make the play clock go. Now it is. You don't need to hike the ball. Well, okay. Snap. That's it. That's it. The McNeil Mavericks have come into the state champions' home field. And with 5 turnovers, have taken the game 17-14. Your McNeil Mavericks over the Vandegrift Vipers. One of our favorite things here at the end of the game, no matter the score, no matter any of it. You walk across the field and you say good job to your competitors. The Mavericks come in and shock the Viper Nation. Final score 17-14 on the foot of Mr. Bryce Wilson. That's right. Our McNeil Mavericks on this night make a statement. Make a statement. Coach talked about it. It's not about who you're playing, it's about what you're playing for. And you're playing for an opportunity to win the district. You're playing for an opportunity to be district champions, to get into the playoffs and have an opportunity to win some football games. And there's your leader right there on crutches. Mr. Schultz on crutches. Cervini coming up, giving him some hugs, giving him some love. I'm going to hit the big F on the scoreboard there, making that a final. Hoo-wah! Time to grind, they grinded. And they got after it. Congratulations to the McNeil Mavericks. Those young men, just like last week, come out playing hard, focused, physical, confident. This is going to do nothing else but raise that confidence. Obviously, pretty important injury in this football game. Cervini, though, came in, had a few little quirks, but overall was able to pull it out. Another thing we love about high school football, they are playing the school song for Vipers, and you'll see the Mavericks over there, everybody giving their respect to the other team. Because as exciting as all that is, it really is about these young men and the young folks in sports. And making them better players, better humans. And this is one of the things you do to do that. Always, always honor the game. It's not about you, it's always about the game. So honor the game, honor your competitors. But hey, we won the game. We got some football winning. What a fantastic job. Fantastic job by the coaching staff, fantastic job by the team. And the McNeil Maverick fans who are here, lots of parents over there. I can't wait to tell my son and daughter about this. This, I imagine, seemed like, I don't know, like Alice in Wonderland type dreams when they were in school, that their football team would beat a team like Vandegrift. But that's the culture that Coach Hermes has brought here, and the standard that he expects these young men to play to. What a great game. What an honor to call this game. My first game is my McNeil Mavericks beating the state champs on their home field. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much to my crew, Vype CEO Derek Duchek, the man, the myth, and the legend, guru and broadcast director Merle Bertrand, our tech superhero Suna Vincat, and just the person who called me this afternoon with all kinds of support, all kinds of love, telling me, you got this, don't sweat it, have fun, you love what you do, go do it. Thank you so much, Christina Weber Bertrand. Love you, Queen. And to my broadcast partner and dear friend, Mr. Michael Rose, the captain of this ship, who is in Tennessee right now with some friends on a well-deserved vacation, going hanging out with some good buds that he's known for a long time. Once again, your Mavericks have defeated the Vandegrift Vipers 17-14. Unbelievable. What a night. Coaching staff over there, probably, hey boys, enjoy it. Got film work tomorrow. Because that's what it's all about. You got to go 1-0 each week. Sometimes you don't get to go 1-0, but you try your best every single week to go 1-0, and that's all you can do. You can't win last week's game, and you can't win next week's game. You can only be a part of this game. So, love the coaching staff. Fantastic job. As a matter of fact, I think, Coach was talking about that last week's game was probably the best they've played. I still think that was the best they've played. This game, lots of timely plays. And taking the ball away, I'm telling you, that's something they weren't able to do and they were focused on. And to do that to a quarterback that's headed off to play in a big-time college school, that is just amazing. And got to do it again next week, eh? And I'm going to have my broadcast partner back with me next week. Hear the boys. So proud of them. You just cannot imagine the work that goes into being prepared for a game like this. Especially both these games coming off the back of that loss to Round Rock after completely demolishing Westwood and losing that game to Round Rock. Probably a game that you just kind of gave away with all the turnovers. But the hero of the game is that young man right there. I talk about him all the time. He's got a leg that could get him into a scholarship and playing at the next level. Mr. Wilson with the game-winning kick. 48-yard field goal. And so that'll do it. That'll do it. Trying to find my notes here. I'm so excited. Yes. All right. Whew. What an amazing night. What an amazing game. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Merle. Thank you, Michael, for your confidence that I could do this. Thank you, Suna. And thank you to McNeil. Love you guys. This has just been an honor to do this. What an amazing night here at Ed W. Monroe Memorial Stadium. The Mavericks win 17-14. You hear me flipping around papers. That's what kind of night it's been. Mavericks win 17-14 over the Vandegrift Vipers. So, folks, something I like to do every time we have a broadcast, we have so much to be grateful for. This weekend, get out there, pass that gratitude forward. Go, pass the gratitude. Go do something for a family member, a friend, or even a stranger. Get out there and pass that gratitude forward. It'll certainly make them feel better, make you feel better, and just make the world a little bit better place. So, for Michael Rose, for our Vype CEO, Derek Duchek, for Merle Bertrand, Suna Venket, and my partner for the night, Christina Weber Bertrand, and, of course, my dear partner and friend, Michael Rose. This is Trey Grubb, and on behalf of this amazing crew, we thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Y'all be well, and until next time, go Mavericks!